Dear ladies, that saying, nice girls finish last, is oh so true. Nice girls do finish last when it comes to dealing with men. You can't be nice to them. Be mean. And I don't mean be mean in a disrespectful type of way. I mean be mean as far as being way too available, giving them everything that they ask for out of you. That's the type of mean that I mean. And how do I know? I know because I started out in my relationships early being the nice girl. What happened? I finished last. You get your heart broken. You get disrespected. You get less cared about, like less sought after. So that's why I say most men will trample all over women that are always available there for them, that like cater to them. Like if he's sick, that's something different. It's okay to cater to him. If he's your husband, you know, not if he's a boyfriend. A lot of times women mess up because they give these boyfriend husband treatment. Careful not to give a boyfriend husband treatment if he didn't make you his wife. It's women that what I notice is that us ladies, we've always wished and we always used to think, or a lot of women still think, that men think with their heart. Because we're women, so we think, oh, we think with our heart, we think with our emotions. So sometimes women assume that men are emotional thinkers and they have a heart, as big as women's heart. Because women care for, their girlfriends, they care for their mothers, they care for, their children. Women are emotional. And we make a majority of our decisions based off of the big heart that we have. So a lot of times we expect men to think with their emotions or to have a heart like women do, and they don't. Men are logical thinkers, so they think logically. They think with their brain. They think of the moves that they make, what works best for them, what improves their life, what helps their life. They don't think with their heart like women do. So, and that's another reason why men they choose the women that they like. They don't choose the women that like them the most. They choose the women that they like. So, that's why I say when you are newly dating, when you are just getting to know a guy, you cannot be too nice. You can't be offering to cook for him. You can't be offering to wash his clothes. You can't be offering to clean his house. You can't be nice to him. Men usually like mean women. I know it sounds crazy, but it's very true. Men like women that are not always available to them and for them. Their mouth might say that, but they don't always, want a nice girl. And so, another thing, don't always answer your phone for him. Don't always, answer your text messages just because he texts you. Be busy. Keep yourself occupied with, I don't care if it's just reading a book for the day, or working on your projects, or working on building yourself a business. But do not be always readily and available for him like a little puppy just because he calls. Hello. Just because he texts. Let me hurry up and text him back. No. And I'm not saying completely ignore him, but every time he calls, it's okay for you to be busy or occupied doing something else, hanging with your girlfriends, shopping at the mall with them or whatever. But don't always, let him wonder about you. Let him hunt you down. Let him chase you down. Men, they're confusing. They want a woman to be all over them, but then again they don't. So that's why I say you can't always be so nice. They like, to be, treated like, whatever. When you are too available for him, some guys tend to take women for granted. Like, same thing, like if you guys are married for several years and you live together, he tends to take that woman for granted. Oh, she's always going to be there. I can go cheat. She doesn't care. She's not going nowhere. They tend to take women for granted. So, that's why I say, like, if you're always so nice to him, so available, oh, I cooked you some food, oh, I did this for you, I did it. They don't care. They're not emotional creatures like us. If you are too nice, he will start treating you, if he's a guy that even if he knows he has a good woman, sometimes men tend to still take a woman for granted, and he will end up treating you like the gum on the bottom of his shoe. If you don't keep main character energy, you have to keep main character energy. Like, I am, the main character in my life, in the movie of my life. Because if you're always, oh honey, this and let's sit down, let's talk about our emotions. Men don't want to talk about that. They don't care about, hearts, and they don't dream of the dream relationship and things like that. They can care less. So that's why I say, when you meet a guy and you end up liking him and he likes you back, and things like that, if you guys plan to get married, that's always wonderful. But some men, you will meet some men, and they won't know what a good woman is. 9 times out of 10, because they've never had one before, or they've never dealt with one, not even, as far as their mother goes or their grandmother. So some men will take you for granted. They will treat you bad. And a lot of times, like I say, it's because they can't even recognize, a good woman when they have it, when it's right in front of their face. So, don't let him take you for granted. So you need to keep main character energy, because the moment that he sees that you are behaving like he's the main character, like he is the center of you guys' relationship, he will try to keep you trying to win his love, and you don't want to do that. You want to keep yourself as you are the main character, and you have to keep main character energy. Like, for example, he'll say, well, I need you to, do this for me. And you need to reverse it and say, oh, no, or not, oh, no, but, in a dainty, feminine, type way, and say, oh, well, I was just thinking that we could do this, and turn it around to where it's something for yourself, instead of him trying to focus on himself. You have to turn things around to where you keep main character energy, because you don't want him to be thinking that he's the prize. You have to always know that you are the prize, and you have to always behave like you are the prize. So because you're not trying to constantly win him, he's supposed to be trying to constantly win you, win your attention. Try to, buy you little gifts here and there, and big gifts, especially big gifts. But, in between the big gifts, he's supposed to be, here, I brought you this, here, I thought of you. And ladies, please never, ever, ever date a pimp. Never ever date a guy that has pimp behavior, because those guys, 9 times out of 10, they're either gay or they're bisexual, or they just hate women. So never ever date a pimp. If you do that, you are doing things completely backwards, completely wrong. Because God forbid any ladies, decide to live in that life. But if you do, make sure you're doing it for yourself. Never ever hand a man your money. He can go figure it out and make it on his own. Tell him to bend over and sell himself. Don't you, ever do that for a man, because men that are pimps, they despise women. If they don't say it out their mouth, or even if they talk nicely to you and finesse you into doing, things with guys for, income, to me is just the most disrespectful. It's the most, woman hating type of man that walks the earth, and we don't like those kind ladies. Those are not the target men that we are after. We are after the men that are masculine. We are after the men that treat women like princess, like queens, like goddesses. Those are the target men. Those are the ones that we want. Those are the only kind we want, and we desire, and we dream, and to get and to be with and to marry. So if you find yourself working to earn a man's love, stop. He's not the prize. Back out of it abruptly or slowly. Sometimes nowadays you need to do it slowly, so they don't know what's happening, what's going on, and then just one day all together completely disappear from those type of men. Because that's disrespecting yourself as a woman, and you're disrespecting womanhood as a whole. So sorry, y'all, I have to look at my notes to make sure I'm staying on track. Dear ladies, if you enjoyed this video, please share it on your Facebook. Share it with some of your besties. Share it with your moms, your aunts, your sisters, your cousins, whoever. Just share it in the woman and girl community, so more girls can, be on this same accord with all women. We are bringing femininity back, feminine energy, into the world. Because a lot of us ladies have, fell off track of being in our feminine energy, and we want to get that back, and we want to keep it, and we want to live in it and love it and spread it. I love you. Keep your head up, and I will see you on the next video. I had to come through to sprinkle y'all with a little bit of diamond dust for your mind.